Chapter 5. The students were gathered in the school hall watching a Christian movie. A group had come to the school to show a film titled Broken Bridge. The movie depicted a secondary school girl from a broken home. Although her parents loved her, they didn't live together. She lived with her mother, from whom she received little attention. Due to her pain, depression, and brokenness, she became a victim of peer pressure and started partying. On one occasion, she was raped and abandoned. She was rescued by her friend's parents, whom she had previously ignored. In the process of recuperating, grace, love, and mercy found her. The prayers of her closest friend, whom she had ignored due to peer pressure, came back to her with healing and hope. Her circumstances led to the reunion of her family and the repair of their broken bridges. As the movie ended and the emotional viewers dried their tears, a woman who had been addressing the audience at intervals while the movie was on climbed the podium. I know you all have learned one or two things from this movie, but are you here and have you been molested? Or are you being molested and you just kept it to yourself? I don't know why I'm led to say this because it is not what I planned, but I know God has a plan for everyone here. I won't ask you to raise your hand, but I will ask you to wait behind. Please do. You might not have the chance to resist the person molesting you when they come again, and at that point, it might take your life or be too late. So speak out. Don't let your silence kill your joy and peace. Victoria knew deep in her heart that the speaker was addressing her. After the closing prayer, Victoria gathered the courage to wait behind. She told the speaker, who had introduced herself as Mrs. Joyce Adejare, how she was molested at the age of 4 by someone she considered an uncle, her neighbor's son. Whenever her mother went to work, she left Victoria and her elder brother with the neighbor. But the son always molested her when his mother was absent. Has it stopped? The speaker asked. Yes. I was 7 when we left the house for our permanent residence. And you told no one? No, I didn't. He told me not to, and as I grew older, I wanted to tell Mom, but I've always been scared. I see. This must be very difficult for you. How does carrying this secret make you feel now? It seems like it might be affecting you deeply, dear. There are times I feel unwanted and unaccepted. Other times, I feel like I'm no one. And at such times, I feel the urge to escape from myself and everyone. If I may ask, what do you mean by escaping from yourself and everyone? It's hard to explain. Sometimes I feel like leaving a letter for my family about what happened and running away. Or I feel less important and, I understand. You're experiencing several emotions at once that are difficult to put into words. Victoria nodded in affirmation. Have you forgiven the person in question? Forgiven? Victoria echoed, her brow furrowing as she considered the weight of the word. Ma, that's a hard one. Smiling, Mrs. Adejare asked, Are you born again? Yes, ma. Good. That makes it easier, the speaker said, reaching for her Bible. She flipped through the pages. Let's look at what God says about forgiveness. According to Ephesians 4:32, and be ye kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. Mrs. Adejare paused to let those words sink in before continuing. This implies that we will be offended, no doubt, but we all have offended God in some way. Yet He forgave us through His Son, Jesus. A part of the Lord's Prayer says, Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. So to gain the Father's love freely, we must also let go. But it's not easy. How do I go about it? Victoria asked, breaking down in tears. Mrs. Adejare reached out, patting Victoria's hand comfortingly. I understand, dear. You will have to make an intentional effort to let go. This is also about your emotional health. By letting go, you will feel free and relieved. She squeezed Victoria's hand gently. Don't worry, dear. God is in control. Let me pray with you. She closed her eyes, bowing her head. Dear Father, thank you for your daughter, Victoria. On getting home, Victoria went straight to her room and prayed. asking God for help and courage to tell her mother. "Mommy!" Patience shouted excitedly as her mother entered. "How are you and how was your day at school?" "I am fine. School was great." "Where is Vicky?" "She's in her room. She has been there since she came back from school." Her mom looked worried. "All day?" She walked straight to Victoria's room, instructing Patience. "Let me check on her. Please go and wash the fruits I bought." "Okay, ma." Victoria's heart skipped a bit as her mother knocked on her door. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and opened the door. "Good evening, ma." "Good evening. How are you? Why did you lock yourself in? Is everything okay?" Her mom asked, worried. Victoria took another deep breath as she sat on her bed, her mother taking a seat behind her. She fixed her gaze on a picture frame across the room. "Mom, will you forgive me?" "Forgive you? What for?" Eh, I, I, I have been molested before." The words fell like a bombshell to her mom's ears. "What? By whom? I mean, how? Victoria, why didn't you tell me sooner?" Victoria watched her mother grow restless, confusion and worry setting in her eyes. "Remember when you'd leave me with Mrs. FM when you went to work? She often left us home with Uncle Chike, our eldest son. He always managed to get Joshua out of the room, probably sent him on errands. Then he'd lock the door and touch me inappropriately." She paused, her voice quavering. "The first time he did it, I protested, but he had a knife and threatened me that if I shouted or told anyone, he would injure or kill me. Mom, he was the first to instill real fear in me. I wasn't very bold to begin with, but he made it so much worse." Victoria's eyes welled up with tears. "I am sorry, I am only telling you now. I might not have said anything if it weren't for Mrs. Adijari, who spoke at our skills film show today. She said, in the future, the abuser might resurface. If you keep silent, it could be too late by then." Her mother sighed deeply, staring at Victoria with a mixture of pain and love. It was so hard on her. Victoria felt somehow lighter, remembering another piece of advice. Break the yoke. Let it out. A problem shared is half solved. Free your mind. She understood now what had happened to her. By letting the cat out of the bag, she felt a new sense of freedom beginning to take hold. Her mom's eyes filled with tears. Pain edged across her face as deep guilt tugged at her heart. She wished she could turn back the hands of time. "Victoria, I am so sorry. I had no idea you went through all of this. I wish I could have been there for you more at that tender age. I feel..." "Mom," Victoria caught in, enveloping her mother in a hug. They wept together, their emotions speaking volumes beyond words. "I'm sorry," her mother whispered. "It's okay, Mom. I forgive you. I want you to know that I love you and nothing has changed that or ever will. I love you too, darling." "What about the pain?" "What pain? Don't you feel hot? Aren't you in pain?" "Mom, it's been over 11 years now. I kept the pain to myself and told no one, even when I realized Uncle Chike's threats were empty." "Vicky," her mother's voice chilled off, her eyes wide with sudden understanding. "You've been hiding your pain all this time. It's as if you've been invisible, even to us." "How?" Her mother took a deep breath. "Remember that concert years ago? The one that upset your father so much? I always thought you were just overwhelmed by the crowd. But now I see it differently. You were surrounded by people, yet utterly alone with your secret. You must have wanted to scream, to tell someone, anyone, what was happening to you." "Maybe," Victoria said thoughtfully. "Vicky, you were such a fragile child at birth. I feared I would lose you. But in the past year, I have seen something different in you. I can imagine how much pain you felt." Victoria smiled, and a wave of peace washed over her mother's heart. There had always been a message in Victoria's smile, right from birth. But as she grew, that smile had faded, hidden behind years of pain. Only recently had it begun to resurface. Even your smiles were hidden, smiles that bring peace to a troubled heart. Victoria took a deep breath, a gentle smile spreading across her face. Mom, she said softly, I can't dwell in the past. It would only hold me back and deprive me of the opportunities God has given me. It is true that I have been hidden all my life, but Jesus has promised me so much. He keeps telling me in His word that I am part of a chosen generation. Victoria reached for her Bible. He also says in Romans 8:18, For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which will be revealed in us. Her mother opened her mouth to speak, but Victoria continued, her voice growing stronger. My sufferings are the pains I went through, but God is telling me I have a greater glory ahead. Her mother's expression softened, a mix of surprise and admiration in her eyes. Victoria, you've grown to be such a strong girl, one hungry and thirsty for the love of God. I know I tried to instill a little faith in you before your dad dismissed it as unnecessary, but here you are. I thought I had lost my children to the world. No, Mom, you haven't. Your prayers were not in vain. Joshua and Patience have also drawn closer to God. Joshua told me when he was in SS1 to consider letting Jesus into my heart as he had met him at the school fellowship. But I was adamant until my friend Jemima spoke to me. Then I spoke to Patience. Mom, that is the only one left, and we are all praying for him. It is well. There is nothing more I can do than to pray that God helps each of us. Vicky, I need to say it again. I am truly sorry. Mom, sorry for what? Everyone makes mistakes, and things happen for different reasons. I want you to clear it off your mind. I don't want you to feel any guilt. You're the best mom anyone could ask for. Your actions, even in secret, spoke more to me than your words. Victoria gave her mom a deep and loving hug. I love you, Mom. I love you too, Victoria. You've been listening to Oorelayoreads, bringing African fiction and urban drama straight to your ears. Don't leave the story hanging. Hit follow so you never miss a chapter. Catch you in the next episode. Bye!